Hello. Happy Saturday. Oh boy. Hope everyone is alright, doing well. I'm just chilling. So, gonna carry on with Advent of Code, my solutions. It's really fun. Yeah, in case you don't know, it's like a series of challenges that come out in December every year, and new puzzle every day, and you have to just try solve it with whatever language you choose, and submit an answer, and yes, hopefully you get all of them right. Happy Saturday, Cybershark, thanks for being here. Hope you're all good. Okay, so today, how do I do this again? So I did 1 and 2 the other day. Now day 3, let's have a look at what it's about. So a lot of doing this. Yeah, even the official Kotlin channel has this. So my solutions are going to be very bad compared to theirs, but I just do it for fun. So let me just do this. How am I with Omicron? 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 I don't know. But no, it's going well or at the moment, thanks. Yeah, just trying to stay isolated and not do too many crazy things. A few of my friends have been in contact with people who've tested positive, so it's a bit nerve-wracking, but I think they're doing fine at the moment. So just gotta, I guess, keep doing the social distancing and all of those things. Just try to keep safe. It just sucks, it's December time and we're heading back into all these problems. But yeah, hopefully you're doing alright as well. So the submarine has been making some odd creaking noises, so you ask it to produce a diagnostic report, just in case. The diagnostic report, which is the puzzle input, consists of a list of binary numbers. Oh boy. When decoded properly, can tell you many useful things about the conditions of the submarine. The first parameter to check is the power consumption. You need to use the binary numbers in the diagnostic report to generate 2 new binary numbers called a gamma rate and epsilon rate. The power consumption can then be found by multiplying the gamma rate by the epsilon rate. Okay. Each bit in the gamma rate can be determined by finding the most common bit in the corresponding position of all numbers in the diagnostic report. For example, given the following diagnostic reports, blah blah blah, that thing. Considering only the first bit of each number, there are 5 0 bits and 7 1 bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay, that makes sense. Since the most common bit is 1, the first bit of the gamma rate is 1. The most common second bit of the numbers is 0, so then it's 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and the most common in the third and the fourth are 1, 1, and 0, and so the gamma rate is the binary number that, or 22 in decimal. Okay. The epsilon rate is calculated in a similar way. Rather than use the most common bit, the least common bit from each position is used. So the epsilon rate is the inverse, basically. Multiplying the gamma rate 22 by the epsilon rate 9 produces the answer. Okay, seems simple enough. Use the binary numbers in your diagnostic report to calculate the gamma rate and epsilon rate, then multiply them. Be sure to represent your answer in decimal. Okay, nice. So this seems pretty easy-ish, dare I say. So I'm just going to copy the inputs and going to go and set up my little project. Oops, let's delete that. So I've got it set up in a way where I can basically have like little unit tests that run the input and make sure that the result is what we expect. So I'll create a new folder for day 3, and then I'll create an example input file. Example. Nope. And then I'll just paste the input that we get from the puzzle. And then I'll create a new Kotlin package, day 3. And a new class, day 3. Very creative names. So they don't give a set of test cases. Not really, they just give you example, and then they tell you what the expected output for the example is. And then they give you the actual input, which is much larger, as you can see. So then you basically use that input and then put in the answer. So I've set up a little system, as I mentioned, that helps me test all the stuff. So I'll just set that up quickly. Sorry. So the constructor takes in a... Now, how am I going to parse this? But anyway, so we get a list of strings, which is a list of... Okay, let me say that again. A list of strings, which is basically each line in the input. And then I'm just going to create a test as well. Extends puzzle test, and then we say it's day 3. Like so. Okay. Oh, come on, man. So then I just have this map thing, which I point to the input file. So day 3 / example.txt should give me the output of 198, like so. And that's pretty much all I need to do for the test part. So obviously if I run this, it's just gonna fail because I haven't implemented anything yet. But yeah, have you tried this, Cybershark? Have you done this before? I did it last year for the first time and it was really fun. Cool, so I've pointed, well, I say for that input file, that must be the output. So now I can actually go and write some stuff here. So essentially we need to loop over each character on each line. Yes. Wow, this is a bit crazy. Because instead of... Yeah. So you need to do... Oh, first time hearing it. No, you should try it. It's fun. It's free. It's a lot of fun. Something different, which is always nice. Anyway, so first we need to iterate over each. It's going to be like a double loop. So input dot first. So I wanted to see how many characters do we have. So this should give us 5. Yeah. So how do you do a for loop in Kotlin, guys? This is so bad. Because I'm gonna just do a for each, but I need an index now. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for. So for I in 0 to length, right? But I need this to go until 4, not 5. So until, wait, what, how does it work? Until no, man. What is happening? Hello? I've never seen this before. Highlighting is temporarily suspended. Can you... Hello? My IDE is completely broken, I think. Oh, ugh, I'm stupid. I'm printing not the right thing. Yeah, there we go. So I think that's a bit better. Last year, oh right. Crazy, man. Look how far you've come. Higher order functions, definitely. Yeah, I'm printing the length. Sorry, I was being a bit stupid. But, okay, thank you. That thing has gone away now. Can I close the Gradle panel? Thank you. And then now we just iterate over each string. I. Am I doing it the right way though? Because essentially now I need to keep track of the most holy shit. Yeah, that's fine. So after here I will need to keep track of the most popular, most common, which would just be a list, I guess. List of int, which will just be like 0 or 1 in this case. Do you sign up for Fleet Preview? No, I did not sign up for it actually. Maybe I should, but it looks really interesting so far from what I've seen. Keen to try it out. I don't know when they'll actually let a lot of people in. Okay, so here we would get the character. Oh, my brain is melting. That's a 0. Probably going to be published as a normal version. How do you mean normal? Like a paid version? So then here, if we had more zeros, we can just say most common. We add 0. a minute. Remove braces. There we go. So now we have a list of which are the most common, which will give me something like this. Jeez. Okay, so then it would be binary is most common dot join to string, I guess. Yes, 10110. Excellent. So that's working at least. Paid one. Ultimate edition is what they call it. That's right. Isn't 1 and 0 duplication? Yeah, true, actually. So you could just keep track of... You could just keep track of the ones, that's what you're saying, or of the zeros. So then if we encounter 1, we just increase the count. And then we say if the... Afterwards you could get the zeros, which is the length minus how many ones we had. Right, I think that's what you're saying, and that makes a lot of sense. No. What? Oh, wait, I'm doing it in the wrong place, am I? Oh my gosh. Justin, what's up? Right. Wait, what? Yes, yes, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, because we're counting each line. Okay, my brain is not on. But that's, yeah, that's simpler. Keeping track of only the ones. What's up, what's up, what's up? Okay, how do you convert Kotlin binary to decimal? I can't say I've ever had to do that very often. Does anyone know? 2 binary string, but not the opposite. Oh wait, can you just do this? To int base 2. Right. Wait, what? Oh, ugh man. The separator must be nothing. Brenton? Holy shit. How did you find this place? What's up, man? BitConnect? What is BitConnect? Yes, okay, but 22 is correct. So 22 is the decimal representation of that number. So then now we need to do the inverse. So this thing was, what they call it, gamma rate. So to find the epsilon, was it? We needed to do the gamma, but we needed to map gamma map. If it's a 0, then we flip it to a 1. Else we flip it to a 0. Right, so let's print out gamma. I wish I had something called kappa. Keeps putting it as a list, comma separated. Yes, okay, then we get the inverse of that. Okay, sorry, I don't crypto, so I don't get those references. Awkward. But then we just convert both of those to decimal and multiply them, and that's the answer. So gamma dot to int base 2 times by epsilon to int base 2. Now this test should hopefully pass. Yes, excellent. Wow. I'm sure there's a much better way of doing this. But for now I'm happy. I want to just now get the actual puzzle input and run it. 1,000 lines. Let's see. Call it Omicron. Too soon. Too soon, man. Yay, it's correct. Excellent. Man, it's weird working on freaking half a screen like this. But let's see. Day 3, part 1 solution. Okay, cool. Always a number output? Yes, it is. And that's why it's awesome, because you can use any language, right? And you just paste in a number that you get. Holy shit. Okay, this is a lot of stuff. Okay, yeah, and Cybershock. Since you haven't seen this before, it's 2 parts on each day. Once you finish part 1, you get part 2 unlocked. And if you finish both, you get 2 stars for that day. And part 2 is normally an extension of part 1. It's you know, it's the same puzzle, but they change something. Part 2 is fun. Yeah, let's have a look. A wall of text. It can be a bit intimidating at points, but you see this part here, like, is an example. So a lot of the time they explain it in detail and then give you an example to make sure you can follow what's happening. So I think they've done it well. Next, you should verify the life support rating, which can be determined by multiplying the oxygen generator rating by the CO2 scrubber rating, of course. Both oxygen generator rating and CO2 scrubber rating are values that can be found in your diagnostic report. Finding them is the tricky part. Both values are located using a similar process that involves filtering out values until only one remains. Before searching for either value, start with the full list of binary numbers from your report and consider just the first bit of those numbers. Then keep only numbers selected by the bit criteria for the type of the rating value. Discard numbers which do not match. If you only have one number left, stop. This is the rating value which you must use. Otherwise, repeat the process considering the next bit along. Okay. The bit criteria depends on which type of value you want. So for the oxygen generator rating, nice mouthful of words, determine the most common value, 0 or 1, in the current bit position, and keep only numbers with that bit in that position. If 0 and 1 are equally common, keep values with a 1 in the position. Okay. Define the CO2 scrubber rating, determine the least common value. Okay, again. In the position and keep only numbers with that bit. If 0 and 1 are equally common, keep 0. Okay. Whew. Wait, what just happened? Why can't I see that? Hey, thanks man, appreciate it. I forgot about that alert that I had. Thank you man. I mostly do Android stuff, I guess, so yeah. I need to get back into videos next year. So let's have a look at an example. To determine the oxygen generator rating from the input above. Okay, wait, how can I bring the input side by side here? So that's the input. Boo Android. Mods ban that guy. So for the oxygen generator, start with all 12 numbers and consider only the first bit. There are more 1 bits. Yep, we saw that already. So keep only the 7 numbers. Okay. So we're basically throwing away all the ones that start with a 0. Right? Because it was the least common. So we'll delete those, we'll delete those, we'll delete those. And then we're left with the 7 that started with the 1. Then consider the second bit. There are more 0 bits than 1 bits. So keep the 4 numbers with a 0 in the second position. Alright. Delete that, delete that, delete that. In the third position, we have 1, the most common, so we delete that. In the fourth position, we have 1, the most common, delete that. In the fifth position, they are equal, 0 and 1. So to find oxygen generator, we prefer 1. So then that will be the result. As there's only 1 number left, stop. And then it's 23 in decimal. Okay. And then at the end, okay, so we will repeat it for the CO2 scrubber rating, and then we'll just multiply those two. Interesting. It's banned. It's already next year. I know, man, it's scary. Almost 2 years of lockdown, COVID things. Use TypeScript. Is that what you're doing? Yours in Brenton. Justin told me you were also trying this. Oops, where did it go? Come back. So you've been using JavaScript or TypeScript or something. You must stream it as well, man. It would be fun to see. Haters, Android haters, nah. Only high order functions? I mean, I tried to do it as a functional thing only, but then since, you know, you have to do this every day, I wanted to come up with a way to make it easier to run and, you know, test the output and input easily. I guess I want to make a function, I think, that counts the number of bits, the most common bit in the list of inputs. I think that would be a good place to start. because we need to count them all and then throw away the ones that don't have that, the most common one. So we'll say a list of strings extension dot count, no, not count, most common bit. We don't have a bit in Kotlin, do we? No. I guess it would just be a boolean. So we get a list of strings, and then in what position are we looking at? That's what I want. So I can probably borrow a lot of this. So we're gonna iterate for each input. We will keep track again of, for example, how many ones did we encounter. And then we check if the input, if the bit at the position we're looking for is a 1, we will just increase the 1 count. I don't know how I should make this return a char. I don't know what's easier, but... And then at the end of it, we can do this similar thing. If the number of ones was greater than 0, return 1. Else return... What am I doing? Oh wait, but they can be the same. Right, the count could be the same now. Converted input into an array of lines, and each string into a char array. Yeah, that would probably be easier in this example, I think. But it's fine, because in Kotlin we can work with strings. You know, you can use the index operator on a string to access the character at that position, so it kind of isn't too annoying to work with. Oh, null, I don't know. Wait, what? Oh. If the zeros are greater than the ones, if the ones are greater than the zeros. Isn't there a count function? But I'm seeing lag, but I'm not seeing drop frames. I don't know. I want to count, but the char is not the fucking... Oh no, but it's a list of strings. Right. Where the thing at the position equals a 1. I think that could actually work as well. Much easier than having a loop. PogChamp. Yeah, it's cool if they're adding support for like BTTV emotes in YouTube. I just don't think you have access to the plain Twitch ones like PogChamp and stuff. Maybe one day. Okay, let's see. So let me just test this. The inputs, I want to see most common bit in position 0. And my test. Okay, and it prints out 1, which is the most common. If I look at the input again, we had 1 appears 7 times. And if I look in position, sorry, switching around a lot, but in position 1, we should get 0. Yes, indeed. Because 0 appeared 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we are basically iterating over again all of the bits. Copying and pasting like any good dev. So we need to keep on going. We need to constantly be mutating the list of matching inputs, and then when we get to 1 only, we can stop. So I'm gonna have a results here, which is a input.to mutable list, so it's a copy. And we're gonna keep going. If results.size is less than or equal to 1, I guess, then we can break out. And so here we would need to find the most common, so results.mostCommon bit at the current position. And we need to throw away. Wait, it could be null. Whew, because now, oh my word. Internet being crappy. Are you sure it's not mine? I'm not seeing dropped frames, but maybe my provider is messing me around. I don't know if anyone else sees lag or stuff. What are you using to read input? In Kotlin, it's really easy. I need to find where I did it. Yeah, so I get a reference to the file itself, and then I just say read lines. Kotlin has this built-in read lines function in the standard library. It's an extension function on a file object and just returns a list of strings. You know, one string for each line, so it's really nice and easy to use. So you don't have to worry about this boring file manipulation. Yeah, if I had to use Java, I would not use Java. I would probably use something else instead. Yeah, makes life really easy. Okay, why am I not getting type hints, Kotlin? Okay, there we go, that's a bit better. So it's a nullable char, right? Because we return null if they are the same. So the, what's it called? The oxygen generator rating one will prefer 1, right? If they are the same. Yeah. So for this one, we'll just say, if it's null, we'll default to 1 for now, but we'll have to change it for the other one. In the ASMR. No, you don't want to hear that, man. I think that would, yeah, be very upsetting. Maybe they can do keyboard sounds. I don't know how that even sounds because I don't hear it. Okay. So now we need to say results. I can never type. Why? 2 fat fingers. Remove. If. Remove all. Yeah. Remove all where the char at that position is equal to the most common. I think that's all I need. Remove all elements from the list that match the given predicate. That makes sense. So, I think that's all, really. Although this is only for the oxygen generator rating. Mouthful. But let me just print out the result that I get. And we should get back this one. 10111. No, that is not what we get back. Huh. Just print out how many indexes are we checking. We're checking 4 of them. Yeah, and this is going on to the 5th one. So something is wrong somewhere. Linears? How do you mean linears? No. Oh, someone subscribed. Thank you. Flows K. I'm not sure if you're watching the stream or if you're on a video, but thank you. Wait, I need to be able to see what I'm doing, sorry. Load shedding, guys. South African things. Okay, shit, what am I doing? What have I done wrong here? So the most common in the first one was 1. No, oh, this is supposed to be not equal, right? Shit. Because you're removing ones that don't match. No, still wrong. What? Okay, so 1 was the most common, then in position 2... So 1, no. What is going on? What have I done wrong? I have something very wrong somewhere, but let me see. So after the first one, we should only be left with 1s in the first position, which is correct. The second one, we should be left with 0s only. 0, 0, 0, 0. The third one, we should be left with 1, 1. So why is it removing? Oh, wait. No, that's right. It says char and char, not int. Oh, Yuba, sorry, I didn't see you. Hello, how are you? Hope weekend is going well. This is mutating the list, right? It's not returning a new list. Yes. Returns true if stuff was removed. This is very strange. Most common is... Yeah, so the third one is supposed to be a 1. So you have to keep index of the char instead of the most common bit. I'm not sure what exactly you mean, the index of the char. Because here we're looking at the bits. Okay, wait, where's the input gone? We're starting at 0. We get the... But it's working for the first few iterations, isn't it? Because it keeps only ones that start with a 1. Yeah, that's working fine. What? Because then it gets rid of ones that have a 1. Then that's correct. 10110 10111. And then it freaks out around here because the most common is supposed to be 1. Because we have 3 that start with the 1. So is this function broken? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm stupid. I was using the size of the original. I think this was my copy and paste mistake. Because I used the size of the original list to determine how many zeros there were instead of the list that we called this on. Frick. Don't copy and paste, people. It's bad. And then we get there. We get the answer. 10111. Oh my gosh. Copy and paste never works. Oh shit. Take out all my debuggings. You'd think after being in the software game for almost 7 years I would have learned. Boy. I'm blaming you, Cybershark. You didn't tell me. You had just assumed it was this dot size. Never just assume. Makes an ass out of you and Justin. Okay, anywho. But now I need to make this a separate function. What to call it? We're reducing the list to 1. But then we need to distinguish between the one that we defaulted to. And then we get back a single element from the list. So I can move essentially all of this inside of there. Copying and pasting again, but don't tell anyone. And we can finally just return the results.single because we expect there to be only 1 left at that point. And then there we default bit. So I can get rid of that and now simplify it. So the 2 ratings were called oxygen generator rating, which defaults to a 1. Then we had CO2 scrubber, whatever, and then that defaults to a 0. Again, I'm not supposed to be using input there. You thought it would catch me again, didn't you? So we should get, again, this one, 10111, and no, what? Did I forget about how this one works? Consider only the first bit of each number. Oh shit, you're supposed to take the ones that are fewer now. Ugh. I'm trying to, my brain is overthinking this, how to make it reusable and not copy too much. Shit, where did it scroll to now? Yeah, so we're supposed to take the least common bit now. So if it's oxygen generator, then we do this and it defaults to a 1, else we need to get still the most common, but then we flip. Wait. What is going on? Sorry, this is my brain trying to figure out how to do this. Oh my gosh. So wait, I could still default to 1 and then flip it here. I think that works. I don't know anymore. Yes. Okay. Excellent. So for oxygen generator, oxygen generator, we get 10111. For CO2 scrubber, we get 01010. Excellent. Sorry, this is my brain is not working. And for the answer, once again, we will just do this. Convert them to decimal and multiply. Yes, 230 was the right answer, so I just need to update the test. 230. Yay! And then run it against the actual puzzle, and we get that number. Yes, excellent. Finally. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow, this was not great. Yeah, the thing is, I don't really know how to go about this. I mean, I don't think it's too bad. It's mostly just like the naming and how to distinguish between the two that I'm unsure of. I guess this could be... like, instead of calling it oxygen, do we want to flip the bits around? Meh, I think that's alright. And this, like, I don't know what to call this function, reduce. Only thing maybe is that Kotlin has an inv function that does bitwise inverse. Oh. Wait, what do you call it on? On a number. Oh, there we go. Yeah, on a number itself. Okay, yeah, that would probably make it easier. But why doesn't it have... what? Why doesn't it have auto-completion here? Oh, there you go. You have to manually press Control Space to bring up suggestions. But let's see, I'm working with char over here. So maybe I would have to make an int instead. Or byte even, I don't know. And then I can use those operators. But I think for now it's fine. I kind of want to move on to day 4. And maybe I'll come back and... improve it a bit. Maybe I could actually use the most common thing over here somehow. How did part 1 work again? It's fine. I definitely will maybe come back to it, because at least I've got the answer now, so I can run the tests and be sure that it still works the same. Okay, so let's have a look at day 4. I want to see the ASCII art is slowly getting, I want to say better, but honestly I still don't know what is happening here. I can't really tell what it's going to be drawing. Cheating? I did finish day 3. You're blind. Just IntelliJ thing is exactly. Where am I on the leaderboard? Nowhere near. I wanted to see on, because we have a private leaderboard for work, but I don't know if I should be showing that. We have 16 people on our leaderboard and I am at number 9. Hopefully we'll go up a bit if I finish this day 4. How am I cheating, bruh? Mods banned that guy for fake news. Any Kotlin devs? You don't really know, eh? You can't really tell what language they used. Day 4. Oof. Giant squid. You're already almost 1.5 kilometers below the surface of the ocean. Already so deep that you can't see any sunlight. What you can see, however, is a giant squid that has attached itself to the outside of your submarine. Maybe it wants to play bingo. Of course it does. Is this a Wikipedia link? Yes. Bingo is played on a set of boards, each consisting of 5x5 grid of numbers. Numbers are chosen at random, and the chosen number is marked on all boards, which it appears. A number may not appear on all the boards. If all numbers in any row or column are marked in the board wins. Diagonals don't count. Yes. Hopefully most of us have seen bingo. Haven't played it in many, many years though. The submarine has a bingo subsystem to help passengers. Of course it does. Currently you and the giant squid... Wait, okay, I need to read that again. The submarine has a bingo subsystem to help passengers, currently just you and the giant squid, to pass the time. It automatically generates a random order in which to draw numbers, and a random set of boards, which is the puzzle input. For example, here we go. We get a lot of this stuff. Okay, cool. So this is, I guess, the numbers that will be drawn. And then these are the boards that the different players have. Right, it's just a grid of numbers, and then you have to cross them off, and then if you get a full row or a column, you win the game. This scenario. You could say it's Squid Game. Okay, mods, ban yourself for that joke. What do you mean this scenario though? Have you done this or seen it on the other channels? After the first 5 are drawn, there are no winners, but the boards are marked as follows. Yeah, okay, I need the scroll wheel. Stop, please. So first we draw a 7, and then we cross it off on any board that has a 7. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Then we do a 4 and a 9 and a 5 and so on. After the next 6 are drawn, there are still no winners. Finally, when 24 is drawn, we get a winner over there, because that guy has a whole row, so that board wins. Wow. At this point, the third board wins because it has at least one complete row or column. The score of the winning board cannot be calculated. Start by finding the sum of all unmarked numbers. Okay. They love multiplying stuff together. Multiply the sum by the number that was just called. 188 times 24. To guarantee victory against a giant squid, figure out which board will win first. Let's play a Squid Game. Which game number is this, I wonder? Figure out which board will win first. What will your final score be if you choose that board? Okay. So I literally just need to simulate a bingo game. But there's no randomness on our side. We're just using the inputs. Man, one of the things I don't enjoy at all really is parsing the inputs like this. It just seems so tedious and unfun. But need to do it, I guess. Basically, yeah, it's a just following the order of moves that they call you, and you have to keep track on each board and just see who wins. There's nothing complicated like figuring out, you know, could I rearrange the board or whatever to win easier. Just who will win first. So again, we just get a list of stuff. Okay, let me just open this actually. Can't I? Yes, that's what I wanted. Trying to organize this a bit better. So essentially we need to just read the first line, and then those are going to be the moves that happen. The single digits have a space. Indeed they do. Just that it lines up better, I suppose. So the moves is going to be the input. Come on, man. The first line of the input, then we split it by comma. And I guess I can then convert them all to ints, because that's what everything is going to be. I mean, it's fun. It's a nice thing to challenge yourself with. I know I get a bit not bored, but just, you know, the same thing at work that you think about, that you're trying to focus on. So definitely nice to have other stuff to think about. Engage your brain in different ways. Okay, and what was the expected output for this? Just one, oh, that one. Because we had to multiply numbers again. Okay, so it's gonna fail, of course, but we get 7, 4, 9, 5, 11, 17, blah blah blah, all the way to 26 and 1. Cool, so that works. Yay, I love parsing strings. Okay. Then how to read these boards in. Let me just see the actual input. Okay, so the boards are always 5 by 5 at least. Might as well copy this in now. But we have a lot of boards, holy shit. Okay, at least, oh, they are 5 by 5, so we need to worry about that. Just trying to think what is the best way to go about this. We can say input.drop2, get rid of the first 2 lines. For each, we need to have a list of a list of 2D arrays, I suppose. Jeez. I don't know if I should create a custom class for this or what, but something like that. A list of lists. Oh, this is getting too complicated. So we're gonna start on this line. Do you just call them numbers, I guess? Yeah. Split it by a space. Okay, so there we get some stuff. 22, 13, 17, 11, 0, 8, 2, 23. Nice. Then the current board would just be a list. So each time we read in numbers, we will add it to the current board. Oh shit. Come on, okay. But if we run into an empty line, hopefully, yeah. If the line is blank, we can then add the current board to the list of all the boards. And then the current board becomes an... we clear the current board, something like that. Whew, okay. Yeah, as I say, this is not something I enjoy about some of the puzzles, where they have a lot of complicated inputs that you have to parse. Stop. Boards.for each. So I want to just try print out all of them. Join to string, and we separate with a new line. What? What did I do wrong? 1421. Oh boy. Oh, right, because it's reusing the same thing, I think. Yes. Okay, I need to create a new list each time. But they're at least... Oh no, they're not all printed. Alright, because the last one is still... If I make the new line at the end, we should have all 3 boards. 23, 13, 17, 11, 0, 15, 19 at the end. 3, 15, 12, 6. Cool, that looks good. I don't know how to do this. Is there going to be n bingo boards? Yes. So if I go to the actual puzzle, you can see how many more there are now. 600 lines, and you put an empty line at the end. Yeah, luckily they're still 5 by 5, but just a lot more boards. But don't have to worry, because if I can solve this, if you can solve the example inputs, you normally get the rest of it sorted. I'm just trying to think, how do I go and store this now? I guess the quick and dirty way is just to move those into fields, which goes against everything in my body about... Okay, wait, no, the current board doesn't actually need to be. And then we need the moves. I'm scared I'm gonna get copyrighted. Not that anyone cares about this channel, but sometimes I get copyright claims and then people show ads. And then we can say a list of lists. It might be better at some point to just make a class that encapsulates a board or something. But for now I want to actually just work on solving it. So I want to see... sorry. Sure. Holy cow. Because now you have to go through each board, cross off the number, and then check if there's any full row or column in that board that is crossed off. I think definitely making a class would be neater in the end. But for now, I'll just say boards.forEach. Nope, not that one. Oh no, but it needs to be a mutable list, because I need to cross off the numbers. This is complicated. Freaking hell. Jeepers. Oh my. Wait, index is the first one, right? Yes. Dude, this is too bad actually. So inefficient. Okay, so the first move was 7. How many? We have 1 7, 1 7. Let me see, why is it only finding 2 of them? Ooh. Okay, I need to have a quick break, then I'll be back. Try to figure out what's going on here. Okay, shit. Just trying to actually just create a class to represent a bingo board. Otherwise my brain melts having to look at list of list. So I'm just trying to see how I can actually change this up, because now I can just return a list of boards, which is a lot easier to think about. Yes, pretty much. So if we get into a blank line, we just need to save the board to the list. So we add it, and then we create a new board, blank one. And then if we run into a row of numbers, we can split it up, convert them to integers, and then on the current board, add row. Ooh, no. Add row. Like so. I think that's a lot easier to read. And then I can just go and I want to just create two strings so I can view and debug a bit easier. Build string. Because numbers are a list of lists, so I think this is that how it works. Okay. Stop. What? I didn't press debug. Cool, so now the boards are printed out nicely. Okay, I think that's a bit easier to think about. So, for each move, we need to go over each board. And then we'll need to cross off the number. So we can add a function in there. Cross off, I don't know. What term did they actually use in the puzzle? Marked. So you mark off a number, and then you go over each row. Again, this must be a mutable list though. So then I'm changing all the rows where it is... Wait. What? Okay. What? Why am I only getting 2 boards? But anyway, so number 7 gets marked off at least. Hey Daniel, how's it? Just doing the Advent of Code, adventofcode.com. It's fun challenges that come out each year in December. You can solve them in whatever language you like. Just something a bit different for me to think about, which is always fun. But why is it not adding the last board? What? Okay, whatever, but it seems to be working now. So what I'm doing is just, the current one is to simulate a game of bingo, basically. They give you a list of all the boards that people have, and then the moves that happen, and you have to figure out who wins. There is no blank for last board. But I had a blank line at the end, so I was confused why it wasn't working. I don't know, I guess I'll just do that. Wait, where's the actual one? Remove the last one there. Yeah, I never enjoy parsing the stuff, as I said already a few times. But it's fine. So then we need to just check if anyone has won. Has won? Phew, this is tricky. Because obviously you need to check a row and a column. So I mean, rows are fairly easy. Holy shit. Okay, so theoretically, yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it's fine. No, I'm trying to not loop everywhere, man. It's too much. Okay, but I wanted to see if this wind detection is working for rows. So if I do something like that, should hopefully win. Boards 0 dot has one. Yes, excellent. So the rows are fairly easy, and then if I change that to something like 7, we should get a false now. Yes. Okay, it's quite nice, you know, just say, is there any row where they are all 1, or they are all -1, meaning they've been marked off. But how would you go now for columns? So I guess now you need to have a nested loop. Because we know the boards are always going to be... Whoa, what is going on here? They're always going to be 5 by 5, so we can like hard code that. Yeah. So now I need to not get these indexes the wrong way around. So let me just print out now. Hopefully this goes 22, 8. Yeah, well, yeah, okay. 22, 8, 21, 6, and 1. But it's so much more complicated than that previous one, man. I don't know. Unless you can somehow like transform, like rotate the... Does it make any sense in working with these as a matrix? I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but probably not. But I think that should work. Then we're counting how many in that column have been marked off. If they have all been marked off, we have 1. Can use numbers.all. You can. Oh, maybe. Yeah, because numbers y. Okay, let me just put in some test data. So for my shitty version, it should say true. Yes. And if I change it to just a 1, it should say false. Yes, okay, that works. But you're saying now I can like remove all of this. No, but that gives me the wrong dimension, doesn't it? Oh, you say like that. Oh, this is hurting my brain. Yeah, that goes the wrong way, so it's printing out the rows. Numbers are all... Because now if I do here... No, it's still... Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. Then we just go over the moves. For each board, we mark off the move that we made. If it has won, we celebrate. Let's print out the board, I guess. So in their example, I forget which one is the winner. Whoa, what is going on there? Oh. Should just put a return in as well. Yes, I think that looks correct, because the winner that they had was the row at the top. So yeah, so it was 10, 16, 15, crossed off 9, 19, 18, 8, crossed off 23, 26, 20, 13, 6. Yeah, so that works. Numbers is a list of rows. So in the same sense, all rows should have -1. Yes. Yeah, that's... Okay, I see what you're saying. I see. But I want to just try out the actual puzzle. Oh wait, no, I still need to do the calculation. What is the calculation? Oh, come on, man. So, yeah, to multiply the sum of all the unmarked numbers times by the last move that was made. Oh boy, the rain is coming. So to win, we just say the sum of the unmarked times by the move. And hopefully we get that, which I think I already put in the test, 4512. Now we should have a passing test. Yes. Excellent. Because my brain power is diminishing. So then if I run it against the actual puzzle, we can submit the answer as that thing. Yes. Yahoo. But yes, code is not very concise. I don't know, like, if you should even be using object-oriented approach to do these puzzles, man. For me, doing Java and Android, my brain is centered around objects. And, you know, representing them as classes and operating on those classes. Right, like this. It makes it a lot easier for me to think about what's going on. Just saying, on a board, I want to be able to mark off a number. And then inside you take care of it, and then from the outside perspective, it's really simple. But I guess a lot of people would love a more functional approach for doing these puzzles. And for me, I agree, but to a certain point, you know, when you start getting a list of lists or an array, it gets a bit complicated. And of course you could represent a board as just one long list. And then after, you know, the first five represent the first row, then the next row, and then you have to use like mod to get to the next row or whatever. Or times it by the row, times the row by 5 to get to that thing, and it starts getting a bit complicated that way. It's awfully close. No, int max is way above that, isn't it? This is the max of int. I think you're thinking of short value. Yeah, short value is like almost 33,000 max. But int is a lot bigger. I'll be right back. I just need to close Windows quickly. Okay. Ugh, that looks so ugly. Has completed row, then we can return. Makes sense in this scenario. Yeah, I think... Yeah, as I say, for me, I like having a class in this case. Definitely not for every puzzle. I'm going to go and over-engineer and make a class for every object, even if it just holds one property. But here, for me, it's a lot easier to get my head around what's going on. But if you're trying to be super efficient and do it in the least possible amount of time, then yeah, you probably wouldn't do that. But meh. Okay, I want to figure out your row thing that you said. Numbers.any. I mean numbers.all. Because you want row where the row at that specific... Wait, what? No, because you need to iterate over. Right. Come on, I want this. Presentation mode is a bit annoying sometimes. So let me just test it. Then if we... come on. So let me just see. If we win, I want to print out the board. The test's going to fail now, but... Yes, excellent. Okay, that's a lot better, thank you. That makes sense, because now we're going for each column. We want the case where all of the rows have a -1 at that specific index we're looking at. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me now. Thank you. Although, wait, yeah, no, that's right naming, because the row at that position of that row. Jeepers. Splendid. Cool, well I think I will finish here for today. I need to go do stuff. So I'll maybe do part 2 in my own time. I'm a bit scared of what it's going to be. Maybe I'll read it now. Implement day 4, part 1. Phew. Looks good. Okay, so it's cool. I have 7 stars. Let me just see what part 2 says. Thanks for the stream. No, thanks for joining, man, as always. Really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully you'll try these puzzles because they're really fun. You can go back and try previous years as well. On the other hand, it might be wise to mute this music quick. Might be wise to try a different strategy. Let the giant squid win because you don't want it to destroy your submarine. You aren't sure how many bingo boards a giant squid could play at once, so rather than waste time counting its arms, the safe thing to do is to figure out which board will win last and choose that one. That way, no matter which board it picks, it will always win. In the above example, the second board is the last to win, which happens after 13 is eventually called. If you were to keep playing until this point, the second board would have a sum equal to 148, equal to that final score, which is a lot worse than that previous score we had. Oh no. What was the demo previous? Yeah, 4,000. So it's still a lot worse. Figure out which board will win last. Okay, it doesn't actually sound too bad because I mean, now you just need to exclude boards when they win. Right. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So we're just getting a copy so we can remove stuff. I always forget, can I remove elements while I'm inside here? Okay, at the start of the move we can first check though if the boards.size is 1. Then I'll just print out the board. And return whatever. Otherwise we keep on going. We can mark off all the remaining boards. If it's 1, now we just remove it. I don't know, I might get an illegal state exception here if I remove stuff while iterating through it. We'll have to come up with another plan maybe. But for the test, the expected input was what, 1924. So let's see that it prints out, yeah, concurrent modification, okay. Pretty much expected that. So let me just see, I can keep track of the board that I need to remove. This might be bad because you might have multiple winners in one go. And then boards.remove all to remove. What? Huh? Oh, not remove at, remove all. Come on. Jeepers, how long does it take? This repo public? Yeah, it is. I'll put a link in the description. Not that my code is that good, but it's there. Yeah, I should throw a concurrency error, correct. Sometimes it randomly takes super long to build. I don't know why. Okay, so that is the losing board. The one that wins the last, as they put it. In the example, the second board is the last one to win. So is this the second one? Yes. 3, 15, 22, 18, 13. Cool. So then we just do the same thing here. Boards, we get the last one in the list, and we get that times by the move. And we should have a passing test now. Ooh. Why not? Am I not marking off the last number or something? Because the last move, they said it was 13. So then I shouldn't have... Okay. Oh, I could just say... remove all that have 1. That's probably a lot simpler. Probably will still not give me the right answer though. Yeah, so why is 13? Do you only check this afterwards then? No, what is happening? Which move are we getting up to? 16. Oh, it hasn't won, right. Duh. Right, you need to keep playing until it wins, not until it's the last board. That's really not on me though. Okay, no, they do say which one will win last. Not which is the last. But I mean, it's the same thing, but I guess not really, because you have to keep playing until it wins. Okay, let me just undo. What did I have here? So if there's 1 left and... No, that would be bad. I don't know how to do this, like... I don't know, keep track of the first one. Okay, there we go. Thanks, man. My brain, yeah, it's running out. So what I do is, at the start of each move, we just remember the first board of the list. And then if we get to a point where there are none left, meaning they have all won at some point, we can take the first one. Hopefully there's not going to be multiple that win at one go in the actual thing. Let's see. Wow, it's a lot less. Yes, that's the right answer. Excellent. Splendid. Hey. Okay. It would probably be easier if remove all actually returned what it removed. So then I don't have to keep track of the first one. Oh, come on, I want to scroll this thing. So there's none that return a list of removed stuff. I mean, and take does not actually remove, right? Returns a new list containing whatever. Okay, but I think that works, so I'll keep it like this. Because I need to go take care of something. Come on. Take care of some things. So luckily, yeah, this one wasn't as complicated as I thought it would be, the second part. For each move, for each board, we mark it off, remove the ones that have won. If there are none left in play, we take the last one's score and do stuff. Nice. Alright. And just making sure that it's gonna build and stuff. Big brain avoid all edge cases. Is there pull pop? There might be. I don't know what it's called though. I think you just have to say remove at 0. Unless you use a specific or an explicit stack or queue data structure on a list, you just have remove at and add at. Interestingly, there's also retain all. Which, you know, retains only the elements that are in that other list. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a lambda. Yeah, there is one as well. Retain only elements in the list that match the given predicate. So delete all other ones. So you could use that as well, I guess. Retain all the ones that have not won, but it's the same at the end of the day. That should return though. Nice, it built successfully. What? People have been starring this? Wow, thank you. Also have one from last year, but I didn't finish all of the puzzles sadly, but it was a lot of fun. Alright, and then day 5 is unlocking in just under 15 hours. Could have easily had remove all. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. I mean, I'm pretty sure other languages do that. Did this for an interview test once by making a fixed size matrix. What? With zeros, and actually dynamically allocating size. Increased size till test pass. Big brain. Okay, wait, where am I on our leaderboard now? Oh, you can view personal stats. Okay, anyway, private leaderboard. Hey, I've gone up to number 6 from number 9. Three people haven't even started. Hopefully I can do this without leaking. But I am here number 6. And we have 16 people on our leaderboard. And I guess it depends, you know, if you finish the puzzle first, you get more points. But I think some people do this during work hours as soon as it comes out, and I'm like, no, no, no. Only do it after hours. But it's a lot of fun. I still don't know what this is going to be drawing yet. Top 5 suit, I don't know. As I say, people do it at work, so I won't do that, so I probably won't get in the top. But it's just a few people from work on that, so nothing too competitive. I'll leave if they get competitive. Affected by how fast, yes, the order that you finish it in compared to others. But yes, cool, so I think I'm done for today. Thank you, Cybershock, appreciate it. Always here somehow. We also had Daniel, Brent, Justin, Yuba, sure there was someone else. I'm forgetting now. But yes, Brenton saying I'm cheating and then he just leaves. Have a great night. I missed a few streams. Are we cool, man? I mean, obviously, it's not feasible to be at everyone, so I mean, don't stress. I'm just doing this because it's fun and it's nice to chat a bit. Although I look really stupid at times when I'm trying to figure out stupid problems like using the wrong size of the wrong list or whatever. Not playing the board until it wins. But what are you gonna do? That's my thought process. It is what it is. But yes. Yes. And close all my other windows. Yeah, anyway. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Enjoy. And yeah, hopefully you check this out. Maybe we'll see a Cybershock stream again soon. But until then, enjoy and have a good rest of the weekend. Cheerio.